Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. All about nutrition from your favorite dietitian. Everything you need to digest in your mind. Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. Making you healthier one bite at a time. With Tony. Woo!
Hello and welcome to the Tips with Tony podcast. I'm Tony Marinici, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time. Today we are talking all about how man plans and God laughs. God, the universe, whoever you believe in. Planning is essential for success. However, things rarely ever go as planned. With that said, I do believe that when you have a plan and when you have a vision, you will eventually get there. It's just the road that you get there is never straight. It's really bumpy. It's really rocky. Things don't always go as planned. At the same time, when you have a plan in place, you at least know where to go back to when you start to veer off. So this whole episode was inspired by the fact that I just recently took a really amazing, inspiring business trip to Arizona, where I met with my business coach and other people who are enrolled in his mastermind. And we talked about all the different ways that we are going to just make a massive impact in this world and just help so many people. And it was so incredible and so inspiring. So you can only imagine after about a week in Arizona, all these ideas flooding in, this opportunity for me to really just like see things differently and to come back with like a newfound energy and rejuvenation and motivation. And I was super excited to start implementing all the things that I wanted to. I saw the vision, I saw the plan, I knew what I was doing. I get back. A few days later, I feel like crap. It was only a matter of time. I went over a year without contracting the coronavirus. Of course, right before when I'm eligible to get vaccinated, that is when I got it. I traveled to Arizona a couple months ago, and I didn't get it then, but I got it this time. And you know what? I mean, part of it, I would say it was kind of inevitable. Like I said, over a whole year, not really traveling, now traveling. I took all the precautions, wearing the mask on the plane and everything, all those things. Even when I landed, I got tested. I was negative. And everybody that was in the mastermind also got tested, and they were also all negative. So we all, maybe though, at the same time, the intubation period is a while. By the time we actually got settled, it's possible that I got it from there or I got it just on the plane. It's really hard to tell, but fortunately it was a mild case, but I definitely was not well. I tried so hard to work through it. I just had my two dietitians join, Mary Rose and Casey. If you follow me on Instagram, you kind of learned a little bit about them, but if you're going to officially meet them, I'm going to bring them on the podcast probably in a few weeks or so. And either way, I had to train them. I already have clients who are working with them, and I just had to really, organize all of that while feeling like absolute death. Like I had a mild case, but all that means is that I didn't get the typical symptoms that most people get. So fortunately, I never lost my taste or smell. My lungs are very healthy. I just had extreme fatigue and muscle aches, and I would have intermittent sweating. It was terrible. Okay. To be honest, I'm still not feeling 100% as I record this. I'm feeling better in the sense I'm completely symptom free, and I'm no longer contagious, and I'm allowed to kind of go out in the world. I got cleared by my doctor, but I'm tired. I'm still really tired right now. I have not worked out in probably 2 weeks. And the thought of working out sounds exhausting. The thought of going for a walk slightly sounds exhausting. But I know that this won't last forever. And eventually I will kind of be back to the way that I was. All that to say, on the plane, not only did I plan what I wanted for my business to look like and the things that I wanted to start doing and the things I wanted to produce in content for you guys, and I brainstormed all this stuff, I still got to do it. I still got to implement it. Fun fact, you're soon going to be able to take a quiz. It is a Disney princess quiz to see which Disney princess do you eat like. And I'm going to explain it more on another episode, but it's going to be super fun for you. So it's already like almost done, but then I got sick. Everything had to go on hold. All I could really do was show up on a couple calls, and even then I was not feeling well. I had my other dietitians kind of help me out with those. Everything, though, that I wanted to do was put on hold. So I say that to say I had these grand plans for my business. They have to wait. I'm going to start to resume, probably this week. But I also made like plans for myself. One plan that I said is I noticed that if I really wanted to take my business seriously and I really wanted to see it go to the next level, I had to stop watching so much television. Like, I really noticed that I was kind of getting into that same mundane sort of routine that I did when I worked for another business and I was building my business on the side. And then at the end of the day, the way that I would kind of check out would just be watching TV. And then the weekends, I would spend binge watching TV all the time. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you know that you could be doing things that are going to re-energize you, re-motivate you, and really kind of replenish your energy rather than just like wasting it away watching television, like that, to me, I know the difference in myself. I could be reading, I could be sleeping, I could be doing so many more incredible things, writing, brainstorming, or just like not, maybe cleaning or organizing, right? I don't need to be watching so much television. So one of the goals that I set for myself was to stop watching so much TV. But when I didn't feel well, that's literally all I felt like I could do. It was the only type of energy that I had, and it just took away from me feeling like I wasn't focused on my muscle aches, and I was just able to just like zone out and watch all of the television shows that I told myself I would no longer watch during the week. I told myself I would save TV watching for the weekends. That way I could really be focused Monday through Friday. So that clearly didn't happen. I also made a goal that I was going to stop, like, and I think I recorded about this and talked about this. I made a goal that I was going to stop, like, showing up, like, barely kind of just, like, not show. I made a goal that I was going to stop showing up, like, half-dressed or, like, half-assed, really. So I feel like I've been kind of going through the motions in COVID in a one-bedroom apartment. Like, things are really tight. Things are really exhausting. And so it's like really hard for me to function here. So I just, basically barely get dressed. Obviously I think we all got into the habit of like, wear leggings every day. And then like I might put on a cute top, but even so, I kind of got away with just wearing workout clothes the whole time. Maybe put a little bit of makeup on my face, but like I don't really get dressed. So I'm not showing up in the way that I know I need to show up to really make a big impact and to just change my energy and to shift my energy, and I wasn't doing that. Well, so I made this plan that when I get back, I'm going to go dress up every day and I'm going to, show up the way that I know I need to in order to make my business be the best business out there. And then I got COVID, so that clearly didn't happen. I did, however, make a goal that I was going to stop drinking so much wine. Not an alcoholic, just struggle with, I think it was just like getting in the habit of every night watching TV, the end of my night, pour myself a glass of wine, watch some TV, told myself I wasn't going to do that. Now that I will say I have not done. I have literally no interest in alcohol consumption. I still don't feel 100%. And I actually just had my first cup of coffee yesterday in the past 2 weeks because I just have not been feeling well enough for coffee. And to be honest, today, I still don't feel like having coffee. And if you know me, you know I love coffee and I love wine. So this is clearly Tony's not feeling well. So all that to say, I had these goals for myself, both professionally and personally. And then also I made fitness goals for myself because I just started getting back into taking I love Orange Theory fitness classes. I started doing more of those. I've always, throughout the whole quarantine, I've been doing kind of home strength training workouts through the Peloton app or just my own stuff. And I made these goals with myself that I was going to start, being more consistent with my workouts. Because although I was working out, I kind of went away from making it a priority. I do it, but it's not the way that I used to, where I really love fitness. I really, really love it. To me, it's not a chore. To me, it's something that I really love and I really enjoy. And it was not something I was kind of putting on the top of my priority list. So that was one of my goals. And then another one was cooking more. I have not been cooking a lot. I've been doing lots of takeout, whatever's quick, whatever's easy. I still eat healthy and balanced, but not really bringing any joy to my cooking, not barely any cooking, nothing, none of that stuff. And then I got COVID. So all these things that I wanted to do, I have not been able to do because I'm not feeling well. And so when you don't feel well, basically you don't want to cook. You might order a soup or just have whatever's around. I barely didn't even feel like eating. I had no appetite. Now I'm just kind of still really tired. So all that to say, I still have this plan. I still have this vision. This is still important to me. And I still want to do all of those things that I just shared with you. I just have to wait a little bit. Now, there are certain things I can do. For example, I did not feel like recording this podcast today. Let me tell you. I definitely didn't feel like recording it. But I got up and I did it and said, that's one thing that I can do for my business and for myself and for you who's listening that I know is going to make a little bit of a big difference. So that's at least one thing that I can do. I've been posting a little bit on social media, whereas before I was posting a ton, and that's part of my goals and my visions is to post, be in your face about this information because it's so important to live a healthier lifestyle, to be that constant reminder that there is a better way, a healthier way, a more freer way for you to feel confident and to find balance in your eating habits and to take care of you without being obsessive about it and extreme about it. So these are all still goals for me. I just had to put them on hold, okay? And that is the difference between someone who is successful and someone who 10 years from now is in the same place that where they started, okay? So if you want to be successful, you have to make a plan. At the same time, you have to know that plan is you're not gonna go according to the plan. So make the plan, but don't expect for you to stick to that plan to a T. Understand that there's gonna be some ups and downs. You're gonna have to be flexible with it, but that having a plan is gonna help you for when God's laughing at you because you're just nothing's happening as you intended, or you had hoped, or you had wished, or you had envisioned. And while he's laughing, he's also just making sure and just testing you and just asking you, how badly do you want it? No, but really, how badly do you want it? And maybe there are some things you need to pivot. Maybe your vision, your goal was a little bit too rigid, too strict, and you need to be a little bit lucid about it, right? So, for example, for this Disney Princess quiz that I'm super excited to launch, wanted to launch it this past week. Did it happen? No. Is it going to happen this week? I'm not sure. I'm going to produce it when it's ready, but I'm also going to now not do it just because I got sick, okay? Does that make sense? So once my energy is back, I'll get back into my workouts. I might not be able to start off at the intensity in which I was. I'm going to have to work myself back there, but I'm going to get there. Cooking from home more, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it when I have the energy and I have the time. Okay? Getting dressed up, gonna do it. I will say that I'm moving in the end of this month to a 3-bedroom apartment, and I have been putting a lot of mine when I move. That's when the changes are going to be. That's when I'm going to make all this shifts and all that. And I do believe that this move is going to be that for me. I really do believe that. At the same time, I can't push off everything until then, because by the time I actually get settled, it's going to be mid-May. And now when I'm recording this, it's the beginning of April. So that's a month and a half of me, and if you count when I was away and not feeling well. So it's 2 months. Do you know how much progress can be made in 2 months? So although I've kind of healed my all or nothing mindset when it comes to my nutrition, my all or nothing mindset might still pop up in other areas, and I'm sure it does for you too. So just remember that something most of the time is better than nothing. Not always. If you watch my TED Talk, you'll learn that something isn't always better than nothing, but most of the time, something is better than nothing. And when you have a plan and you get pushed off that plan, if that plan is clear and vivid and truly what you want for yourself and you never give up, you will eventually get there. And then God, the universe, whoever you believe in, will be celebrating with you. All right, so make a plan, but don't expect it to go perfectly then, because if so, you're just setting yourself up for failure. All right, guys, I hope you found this episode helpful. If you did, take a screenshot of it, share it on your story, tag me at tips_with_Tony with an I. Feel free to email me, tipswithtony@gmail.com. And if you're not already subscribed to the Tips with Tony podcast, definitely hit that subscribe button. A new episode comes out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, thanks so much for listening. I'm Tony Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time.